สวัสดีครับอาจารย์ครับผม
Hello, welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. We will wait for our first participant, which happens to be Alvin. Hi, Alvin from Malaysia.
Namaskar, Ajaan. Just here to pay respect at the moment. I've got no question, Ajaan. Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to Claudia from Switzerland. Hi, Claudia.
Good afternoon from Switzerland, Ajaan.
How are you doing? Good?
Yes, perfectly fine. Thank you for the question. So, well, just a second, please. Yeah, I'm very happy that I can show that we finally printed the book,
Yes.
the German translation of Dhamma for the Asking.
Yes, very happy to see it.
Yeah, it was a very special moment to have the book in the hands, and Kenneth and I did offer 10 books to the Venerable Sangha of the monastery in Kandersteg, and it was a very, very special moment. So it made me feel very, very happy.
This is the book you translated from English into German.
Yes, exactly. It's the first book, and currently we are finalizing Beyond Birth in German language.
Okay. I hope you also learn from the book as you translate it.
Yes. I would say it's like instant karma, because translating is so calming and it's beautiful. I feel very well when I translate, so I love to do it.
Yes. I hope you understand better the teaching of the Buddha and how to apply in your life.
Yeah, I think it's already starts to work. I think I'm getting calmer, and that I can deal in a better way with the world as it is. But of course, I still have a lot to let go. So
Yes. The goal is to let go of everything, because everything doesn't belong to you.
Yeah.
Everything belongs to nature. We can
That's
only
true.
possess it temporarily.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
so
You got any
I
questions?
have problems with the technique. I have problems
It's okay.
with the
Everything is okay.
loudspeaker, so
You cannot hear me?
I can hear you in a very, very silent way. I got a new laptop, so I still have to learn a little bit more of the technique, but I can hear you.
You might have to turn up your volume on the computer to hear louder. Can you hear better now?
Not very much, but it's okay. I stay concentrated.
All right. You have any question?
Not today. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll go to Professor Ken, also from Switzerland.
Good afternoon, Ajaan.
Yeah, I saw the photos of the winterland.
Oh yes, we were on Sunday. We went up to the monastery, and there was a heavy new snow. So it was I enjoyed the moment of handing over these books to the sangha there. It's very
Yes.
good.
How long does it take for you to drive from where you are?
It takes me. I go on the train. I take the train. It takes about 2 hours from here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a car.
Up on the mountain.
Up on the mountain, yeah.
Yeah. The train goes directly to the town nearby.
Yeah, it passes through the town, so it's very convenient.
Mm-hmm. Do you have to walk long before you get to the monastery?
It takes about 20 minutes. It's just on the edge of just outside the town, on the edge of the forest. It's very isolated. So
you have to walk from the town to the monastery.
Yeah, I had to walk about 20 minutes, and it was quite a tough walk on Sunday through the snow carrying the books.
Yes, you have to use mindfulness practice.
Yeah, and a lot of strength as well, physical.
If you have mindfulness, the load will not be heavy; it'll be lighter.
Yeah. Well, I told myself this is a worthwhile burden to carry, and it was fine after that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the latest. No questions today, Ajaan. Just happy to report on our visit.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ajaan.
Go to Full Moon. Hi, Full Moon from China, right? If I remember correctly.
Good evening, Ajaan. Yes, I'm come from China.
Yes.
Long time no see.
Long time no see.
Yes. Long time no see, and long time not come to the Thailand for meditation.
Mm.
I work hard for a long time this year. Thank you for carrying me. Tonight I just listening. I have no question.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. Next, Cook Sing from Singapore.
Good evening, Prajan. Just this evening, some few questions to seek Prajan advice. Yesterday, I went to offer dana to the monks on Pindapata, and yesterday was a bit of special because there were 4 monks instead of the usual 1 or 2. And after I offer my food items to the one monk and do my prostration, I retreat backwards a few steps and prostrate again to the 4 monks collectively. And as I was doing the prostrations, so I'm thinking that my first bow is to pay respects to the monks for being a son of the Buddha. And my second bow to the monks for aspiring to realize what the Buddha has realized. And the third bow to show my respects to the monks for aspiring to join the ranks of the noble Sangha. So may I check, Prajan, is this thinking when I was doing the prostrations, paying my respects to the Sangha, is this thinking correct?
Well, Normally, we would pay respect to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and his noble disciples. But if you want to do it in your own way, it's up to you. As long as it makes you feel good, I guess.
And yeah, this is, and when I pay my respect in front of the Buddha statue, I actually reflect to myself or that the first bow to thank Lord Buddha for teaching a way out of sorrow, despair, grief, and lamentation. And the second bow to Lord Buddha for teaching the Dhamma, and the third bow for establishing the Sangha to continue his legacy. So this was my reflection as I was doing the prostration to the Lord Buddha statue.
Okay. The goal is for us to stick to the Buddha, Dhamma, or his noble disciple as our teacher. That's the main purpose of paying respect.
Yes. Yeah, and Ajaan, may I check with you for last week? I was reflecting on the Zoom meeting last week. You mentioned quite a bit about the ego, and I'm trying to relate this ego to the Lord Buddha's teaching about anatta. So how do we relate the ego, which is a delusion created by the defilements, and to the anatta, which is one of the three characteristics?
Anatta means the opposite of ego, no self. Everything are natural phenomena, like the wind, the rain, the sun, the snow, the trees, the rock, the sky. Everything are natural phenomena, including the body, the human body, and animal body. They are just natural phenomena, but we mistake them to be a self. We think there's a self in the body, in the human body, in the animal body. When in fact there's no self, it's just the 4 elements or the 32 parts of the body that come assemble and one day will disassemble. So our goal is to see things as natural phenomena. When we see them as natural phenomena, we know we cannot possess them, we cannot keep them, we cannot control them. They come and go. Our attitude toward them will then change from clinging, from attachment to letting go. When we can let go, then there will be no suffering. When there is separation.
And this ego comes about, for example, when someone says something, criticize us, and we feel hurt, we say, "Oh, he hurt or she hurt my ego." So, so when we apply this concept of anatta to there is no ego, which is a delusion, and no ego is actually anatta. And yeah, so how do we apply?
It's like the person who speaks to you, there is no ego. There's just the voice and the sound coming from that body. And our body, just the body receiving the sound. There's no ego in our body either. And the mind, just merely a knowing element, just merely know, no reaction.
So the person who transmit that message is actually
It's just a natural phenomena.
Just a natural phenomena, just a sound. And
Yes.
therefore we should not take the person who is saying all these words which may be hurtful.
Yeah,
We should not
don't take it personally.
personally,
Take it naturally.
take it naturally. Okay.
And don't
Understand.
react. On your part, you don't react. If you are just a knowing element, if there's no self in you, then there's no need to react.
Okay. Just observe and note the sound and
And let it go. It come. Look at it as anicca, temporarily come and go. Anatta, not under your control.
understand.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ajaan.
you're welcome. Next, outsourcing from Penang. How you doing?
Good evening, Tan Ajaan. I okay. Last weekend, I joined a retreat at a meditation center. Can I report my experience?
Sure, go ahead.
My mindfulness was very strong. I was surprised when I was walking around 25 minutes. My mindfulness was full without any thoughts came in. So when I was walking, then after that I sat down, did sitting meditation. Then was quite immediate. The samadhi came and then went into jhana very fast. I was very surprised also.
Yes,
That's why,
the stronger your mindfulness is, the easier, the quicker will you be able to enter into samadhi.
yeah, that's what Ajahn says was right. Mindfulness is the key.
Mhm. Because
And
the mindfulness will stop your thinking. And when there's no thinking, then the mind becomes still, becomes samadhi.
so went in very fast. And the 2 days, the meditation was good. But when I come back, I think my mindfulness waned a bit.
Yeah,
Because
because you have to use your thoughts to deal with people and things. So it's good to go into a retreat for meditation. It's
that's
better.
why I'm always looking out for retreats, either online or
Yeah.
in person.
Eventually, you want to go to a permanent retreat.
I think I'm not
Join
ready yet.
the Sangha.
Maybe I'm too old already.
Never too old. The mind is never
Never.
old. It's only the body. As long as you can breathe, you can practice. That's what Ajahn Chah said.
I think monastery won't accept old people, they only accept younger ones.
Well, you have to show them you're not old. You have to be active. You have to do everything that younger people can do. They just don't want you to become a burden to them. That's all.
True.
If you don't cause any burden and you can support, they will welcome you. You know.
I'm very grateful for Ajah's teachings.
Okay, you're welcome. Anything else?
No, thank you very much.
Okay, Tommy from Australia. Hi.
Hi, Ajaan. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
What is the difference between the Ugaha Nimit and Patibaka Nimit?
Ukaha and Patibaka.
Ka.
Ukaha means an image of something appears in your mind, such as a skeleton, for instance. It appears, and then if you want to apply your knowledge of vipassana or anicca, then you have to break up the skeleton into pieces. This is patipaka. Break down the image that you see, whether it's a body, for instance, break it down to the 32 parts, to the 4 elements. Anything that you see, break it down. You see an automobile, break it down. You see a house, break it down. Because everything is anicca. Okay.
So which one is Ugaha and which one is Patipaka?
Ukaha is the first one. When you see something, when you see an image, that image is Ukaha nimitta. And then you want to apply wisdom to that image by breaking it down. It's called Patipaka. Breaking it down to the 4 elements. Everything is made up of the 4 elements.
So is one fixed and like strong?
Pardon me?
Is
Your sound
like
disappeared.
fixed?
You have to restart what you said.
Is one of these fixed and strong in the mind?
One in the mind, something in the mind.
Fixed.
Fixed.
Yeah.
Well, these images can come because of your past experiences with them. You might have seen them before, and then in your meditation they might come up. But it doesn't mean that you only see them in your meditation. You see them in your daily life. Everything that you see, you can treat them as ukaha nimitta. When you see me, I'm an ukaha nimitta to you. See, then you break it down, break my body down to 32 parts of 4 elements, and this is patipaka.
Okay. And what's vipassana kilesa?
Vipassana means this delusional vipassana, not the truth, not the real truth, imagined truth, which could be not real, can mislead you and lead you into more delusion. Maybe something like thinking that you have jhana when you don't have it, for instance. This is vipassana. Mistaking something that is not true to be true.
When you lived at Bantad, how did Lungta teach us Suba?
Well, he teaches that first we have to develop samadhi first. We have to have enough equanimity before we can then apply our investigation into the 32 parts of the 10 corpses. To see the body as unpleasant and unattractive, to reduce or eliminate our sexual desire toward the body.
Can you use a Subha Kamatana as a samatha object?
Yes, if you like any particular parts of the body, such as the skeleton. Some people use the skeleton or piece of bone as an object of meditation instead of using the breath or the mantra Bhutto. You can just imagine the picture, the image of the skeleton or the bone, and try to maintain that image in your mind when you meditate. Or any other parts. Or sometimes for a starter, you might want to recite the 32 parts to help you calm the mind down, to help you have more mindfulness. And when you feel you can then fix on any particular part, then you just choose one part of the body and fix your attention to that part until your mind can enter into jhana or samadhi.
When you were at Bantad, did you have much to do with Luangpo Panya?
Well, we talk when we meet during the afternoon, when we have our afternoon tea and coffee, we do a few chat. Not much, but we say hello and, how are you? And sometimes we just talk. There are other foreign monks also that I talked to. When I was there, there was about 4 or 5 foreigner monks staying there. But we're not allowed to talk much. Longta keep checking on us. Every 20 minutes or so, he'll walk toward our coffee shop, and then if he comes back the second time, if we're still there, we better run because we spend too much time already. If we don't run here, he'll scold at us and say, what you doing here? Haven't you have enough coffee or tea? He's very strict. He wants us to not to chat too much, not to converse, not to congregate. You know. He wants us to go into seclusion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about the only time we meet and have a chance to speak or talk a little bit. The rest of the time we just have to do our work. Like on Bintabat, we're not supposed to talk. When we eat on the sala, we're not supposed to talk. Maybe after when we wash our bowl and then wipe our bowl, that might be a few moments where we can talk a little bit. And then when we finish, then we have to clean up, and then we have to separate and go back to our own place and practice. One of the foreign monks said, Ajaan Maha will run a tight ship. He runs a tight ship. Have you been ordained before in Thailand?
Thank you very much, Ajahn. Yes. Yeah.
How long were you enrolled for?
About two rainy seasons.
2 rain seasons. With whom did you learn or study from?
With Ajahn Anand.
Ajaan and Ajaan.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And now you're living in Australia.
Yeah, I live alone in Australia.
Okay. Good. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it for today.
All right. Next, I'll go to
Thank
Rohini.
you, Ajahn.
Okay. Thank you. Rohini from the UK.
Good evening, Ajaan.
Yes. What can I do for you?
I don't have any questions today. I just want to pay my respect to you, Ajaan. I keep practicing as Ajaan advised us to do so.
Yes, mindfulness all the time. Mindfulness,
Yeah.
mindfulness, and more mindfulness.
Yeah, I continue to do so, and
Either with a mantra or watching your body movement.
so when I'm sitting, I watch my breath.
Yes, when you're sitting,
Yeah.
when you're not doing anything, then you watch your breath or use the mantra. Close your eyes if possible.
No, watch my movement. When I'm like.
When you're doing something.
Yeah. And the sitting, sometimes I sit on a chair like this, and sometimes I sit cross leg, because cross leg I can only sit about an hour, and then I switch to sitting on a chair.
Unless you want to go through the dukkha vedana, the painful feeling, then sitting cross-legged can give you that painful feeling for you to.
Yeah, I don't really experience any feelings, any painful feeling. I get up after about an hour or maybe hour and 10 minutes just because I just feel like getting up.
How does your feeling? It wants to get up. It wants to go do something else.
Yeah, I'm actually fasting, so it is. I used to have this craving for food. Now I don't have. So yeah, I think I should sit longer than an hour. So I need to work on it.
Yeah.
So,
Sit for as long as possible. Don't get up when you feel like getting up. Only get up after you don't feel like getting up. Because feel like
okay.
getting up is craving, see.
Yeah, I think I don't want to get up and come down and watch Ajaan's Dhamma talk and things like that comes into my mind.
Yeah, that's
So
craving. That's craving.
yeah.
You want to
Um,
you squash every craving that appears when you're meditating.
yeah, after this Sunday, this coming Sunday, so I am thinking of continuously like almost apart from the 2-3 hours sleep and the rest of the time I'm going to dedicate my time to practice. At the moment until Sunday I have my tuition going on, so after that means 22nd to for another 2 weeks.
Yes.
So I'm going to switch it off all the equipment and continue as Ajaan advised us to do so.
Try to stay
Yeah.
in one place. Stay put.
Yeah.
Don't do anything. Unless
Yeah.
you feel that you can no longer bear the pain of the body, then you might have to stand up to relieve the pain from sitting. But if
Yeah.
you can persevere and go through the pain and let the pain subside by itself, then you will have mastered your pain, how to deal with your pain.
So actually samadhi means emptiness. That means the thoughts completely stop. Am I
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes, just merely knowing. All you have is just merely knowing.
Yeah. I'm aware with every in and out of breath, but I don't think I have reached samadhi yet.
Yeah, when you reach it, you'll know it. It's different.
Yeah.
It's like light, dark, and darkness and light. It's something like that. It's totally different.
Thank you, Ajaan. Thank you very much for your tremendous amount of Dhamma advice given to us. So
Okay, you're
it's
welcome.
beyond words. Thank you.
I enjoy it, so don't worry about it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will practice this one as advice, as Ajaan advice. So I will give you an update probably
Okay.
end of this I think end of December or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Okay.
But don't
Thank
worry.
you.
Don't worry if you
Yeah.
cannot do it yet. It might take a lot of effort. You might have to slowly build it up.
Okay.
So don't
Thank
be
you.
disappointed or frustrated when you cannot do it at the first time.
Okay. I try. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next, Marco from Holland. Is your son home yet?
Good evening, Ajaan. No, not yet, but my wife is home.
Oh, she's back
So
now.
I'm in the office. Yeah.
I see.
So I first of all, I had one question for you. Last week, my son was asking if you got the gift from Holland, the Christmas gift from Holland. It was actually a Christmas gift from Chonburi, my wife sent with a note that we wrote. So we were curious if you received it.
Did she hand deliver to me or?
No, it was shipped. It was shipped via the courier, I think.
I see. If they're letter or mail, usually my assistant will be the one to receive them. And if there's
Okay.
nothing special, then I wouldn't know anything about it.
Oh, fair enough.
Then I don't have to worry about replying or anything.
You would get too much, probably.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tanaja. I have another question for you. So I've been realizing that it's more difficult to speak to people because I'm more interested in Dhamma than anything else. And it seems like most of the world's not really interested in Dhamma. My parents are an example. And I'm wondering, my mom knows that my ambition eventually is to ordain as a monk, but I know that she really doesn't like it. She does not want me to go away. I'm curious, is it that karma for me if I would decide to do so, even though she would not approve or like?
It's good karma, like the Buddha. His father didn't want him to ordain. His his father tried to surround him with all the sensual pleasures, but that couldn't stop him from ordaining after he saw an old man, a sick man, a dead man, and a monk.
Fair enough. But I really wouldn't want to compare myself to the Buddha.
Well, you will be his noble disciple. Yeah.
That is true. That is true. That is
Our
true.
noble disciple will do something not normal people would do. Like giving up things, giving up money, giving up wealth, and giving up status, and just to become a homeless, a homeless beggar.
So indeed. And so could it be that then that fear of me asking this question is actually the kilesas trying to make me not go ordain?
That's right. Your kilesa will try all sort of tricks.
Yeah, they're very sneaky.
That's why you need teachers, to counter the kilesa, because the teachers have already passed this test before.
And they're very difficult tests. You cannot do them on your own, I realized. That's why I'm very grateful my wife is back now, so at least we can talk again about Dhamma and proceed there.
Well,
Thank
you can ask yourself, say, what if you die today? Well, how would that feel?
Yeah, I actually do wonder that regularly, and I don't think I'm ready for it.
And what could they do if you die today? So
They're just gonna
ordaining
keep
is
on
like
living.
dying. Ordaining is like dying. If you ordain today, what could they do? They just have to accept fait accompli, right?
Yeah, it's one of the things that I also noticed that when I was, and this is a while back already, I was looking, it's like, yeah, maybe I'm too old. But I heard earlier the comment is, well, you're never too old anyway to ordain. Just do it. If you can do it, you can do it. You can breathe, right? And Ajaan Chandi said that. I was actually reading his book, and there were so many things that I was feeling, linked to. There was also one about the fact that if you would go and ordain and you practice properly, you don't even have to worry about anything. Everything will come in your path. And I'm realizing now that if you're doing the Dana, if you're really giving, there's actually nothing that you should be worrying about as long as the practice is going well. And I'm sensing that in a way. I'm really grateful that things are seeming to go smoother, but at the same time, I think that's also a test. Because if things tend to go smoother, then you might try to get lax in your practice. And I'm really liking my practice now. I'm taking it very serious. And I feel that I'm confident on the right path, but there's still so much to learn. And I think that the only way to really get rid of everything is to ordain. That's why I think it's my ambition indeed.
Yes, most of your hindrance will then be got rid of.
Yeah, it's interesting. I used to feel liking the busy periods at work and kind of like saying that it's not suffering, but it actually is suffering. And now I'm seeing it as hampering my practice. I see it as hampering my development. It's holding me back. It's holding me in place. And I feel that it's getting in the way of my practice. And I don't like that. It feels you get a kind of aversion against having to go to work, having to deal with people, having to have a thought about a lot of things, which are not, I don't know, in the end, it feels like it's useless. It's not really there. I'm worrying about things that if I would not worry about them, the world will still turn. It doesn't really matter. So it's why do I bother? Why do I worry? I worry because I want to make the money. I worry because I want to make sure that I can take care of my family. But at the same time, that's suffering too. So the only way to deal with that feels like I have to really let go. And I think the only way to really let go is to do that.
Yes, remember the Buddha had a son also. And after he became enlightened, 6 years later, after he became enlightened, he came back to the palace. And then the son came and the mother sent the son to the Buddha and say, I would like my inheritance. And the Buddha said, sure, I'll get you ordained. And he was ordained at the age about 6 or 7. And then he eventually became a noble disciple.
Yeah, it's a good thing to keep in mind.
Yeah, the Buddha is a good role model for us to imitate. Just follow his path, his example. Couldn't go wrong.
Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else?
Funny, I had a lot of questions, but I now feel that my heart's kind of overflowing with something else. It's more like wanting to let go. I don't really know the words to say.
Yeah, forget about what you wanted to ask. If it's not here now, then it's gone.
It's gone. It's
It's
just to let it be.
anicca. If
Exactly.
it comes back later, you can ask later on, next time or sometime.
Sounds good. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Samanji from Sri Lanka. You have any more questions tonight?
Hello, Ajaan. I have quite a few questions today. Can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Ajaan, now you just mentioned that when we meditate, our thoughts become still, but what remains is merely knowing. What do you mean by merely knowing? Is it that we know that we are meditating?
Yeah, then we know that there's no thinking.
Oh,
You need someone to know that, right? And that's the knowing. Without the knowing, you go to sleep.
okay.
And knowing depends on mindfulness. If there's no mindfulness, then you fall asleep. Then the knowing doesn't know anything because there's nothing for it to know when you go to sleep.
Okay. We have to know
Except
that we are
except the dreams that might come up later on when you sleep.
Okay. And Ajaan, how can we sustain long periods of meditation without being overwhelmed by thoughts? It's a bit difficult when we can meditate maybe for 20 minutes or so. Maybe after that, it's very difficult to control our thoughts. This is my case actually.
Then you have to get up and then practice mindfulness instead. After you come out of your sitting meditation, you continue on with your mindfulness practice. Still trying to restrain your thoughts with the mantra Bhutto Bhutto as you go and do whatever you want to do. Or keep watching your body to prevent your mind from thinking.
I've been doing that also, Ajaan, I think.
Then you come back and meditate after you have feel that you're ready for another session, then you come back and sit for another session. Just do that like this between mindfulness and meditation all day long.
Okay, Ajaan, thank you. Now my next question is, Ajaan, most of the Buddhists, we know that our life is full of suffering, but still we continue to live in the hope of finding happiness, believing that things will get better someday. Why is that? Why are we still not ready to follow the path of the Buddhist monastic life? I mean, most of us.
Because we don't truly see anicca, impermanent. And that's why he want us to remind ourselves that our body as being anicca, impermanent. The body is subjected to aging, sickness, and death.
Okay.
And we are subjected to separation from the ones we love.
Okay,
so we have to keep reminding ourselves.
But
we know it briefly, then we forget, then we go back to our normal, our old ways of thinking that everything's gonna be good, everything's gonna last. So you have to reinforce the truth by keep reminding yourself of the impermanent nature of your body.
And Ajaan, to remind us of the permanent nature of the body, I mean, do we have to read the Dhamma books always? Otherwise, when we are engaged in day-to-day activities, we tend to forget that.
You don't have to study too much when you practice. Just know this impermanent nature of the body is enough. And don't forget about it. That's all. Know it all the time.
In my case, Tanajan, I know that this life is uncertain, that I know that the body we may go old and all that. Still, like I want to follow Dhamma, but still I'm a bit reluctant to. Maybe sometimes I feel whether I should enter the path of, I mean, a monastic life, but the next moment I feel that this life is better. I'm wondering as to why I feel like that.
Because your mind is still weak. It's not able to resist the allurement of the defilement. The defilement
Okay.
keep allure you with all sort of good things,
Okay.
all sort of happiness.
Yes.
So
Okay,
you have to practice more mindfulness. As you have more mindfulness, then you have more resistance to the allure of the defilement.
Okay.
The temptation of the defilement.
As you said, reading Dhamma books won't do much, no?
No, reading Dhamma books only take you to practice. Once you start practicing, you don't really need to read at all. Except you might want to reinforce some of your understanding, and you don't have to do that by reading a lot of books. Just go back to the same basic teaching, the Four Noble Truths, mindfulness, the Noble Eightfold Path. This is something that you just have to keep reminding yourself of.
Okay, Tanajan, thank you. My next question is, you can hear me, Tanajan, right?
Yes.
Yes.
No
What did the Buddha say about being born as a woman? Did he ever say that a female birth is inferior?
Well, I don't know. I didn't study much of the scripture. I only studied just the sutta about practicing. So,
Because I have read many monks saying things to that effect, that being born as a female is inferior.
Well, I don't know. As far as Dhamma practice is concerned, everybody is about the same, whether male or woman. It's not the sex that determines your success in meditation practice. It's your ability to apply the teaching. It's your mind who's doing the practice, not your body.
Okay, Tanajan.
So it doesn't matter whether it's a male body or female body. But of course, maybe in the conventional sense of the word, it might be a little bit harder for women to practice as a forest practitioner, because women cannot go into the forest alone like men can.
That's true.
So that might be the disadvantage of being a woman. But you can still practice in a monastery. During the Buddha time, they had the Bhikkhuni Sangha, and the woman will ordain as Bhikkhuni, and they live in the monastery. And in the monastery can be scattered apart. I mean, where you stay can be quite scattered apart. It's like a forest monastery. So you don't have to go wander into the wild forest. You can practice in the monastery, the forest monastery.
Okay, Tanajan, thank you. And I think a woman can never become a Buddha, right?
Well, there was never anything that said that. A Buddha can be anybody who has the ability to become one.
Okay, so gender is not a barrier.
No.
Okay, Tanajan. Thank you. My next question is, Tanajan, a human in this life can be born as an animal in his next life. I just want to know what specific bad karma causes someone to be born in the animal realm.
When you break the precept for survival, for instance, if you had to kill someone to survive, kill animals to eat their flesh, for instance, or make a living out of killing other animals as your occupation for you to survive, then this is the cause for you to go and become an animal in your next life.
Okay, Tanajan, thank you. My next question is, what is the best way to gain the benefits of reciting suttas, Tanajan? For example, suttas such as Karaniya Metta Sutta and Ratana Sutta. is it necessary to recite them ourselves, or is it okay to listen to recordings of monks reciting them, such as on YouTube? I'm particular because sometimes lay people like us, when we recite these sutras, we may pronounce the Pali words, we may not pronounce the Pali words properly, and we may recite the sutra wrong. So, is it better to listen to a recording than reciting gathas ourselves, sutras? I mean,
So reciting the sutta or a mantra is a way of developing mindfulness. It's a way of preventing your mind from thinking aimlessly. So when you recite a sutta, then you cannot go think about the economy or the politics or anything like that. See, because you have to recite the sutta. So that's the purpose of this reciting the sutta, is to pull your mind away from worldly stuff, worldly thinking, so that your mind can become empty of stress or anxiety. Because the sutta are the teaching of the Buddha, and it has a calming effect to the mind. It can help calm the mind. If you can understand the sutta that you chant, you also learn wisdom. You can also gain wisdom or knowledge from the sutta. Like when I first started, I recite the four foundations of mindfulness in English, so I understand exactly what the Buddha was trying to convey to us there. Then I can apply his teaching as I learn from the sutta, as I recite from the sutta. So the purpose is to prevent your mind from thinking about worldly stuff, and then clear your mind, empty your mind of thoughts, and then also give your mind strength and mindfulness strength and the ability to calm your mind down. So it doesn't matter which sutta you recite. It can be just a short one, like just recite the quality of the triple gems, for instance. But you have to do it a lot, not just one time. Maybe sometimes you have to do 1 hour or something like that. And as far as listening to sutta, it's better to recite it yourself, because then you can do it anywhere, anytime. But if you listen, you might need equipment to listen to, and you might not be able to drag the equipment with you everywhere you go.
Okay, we may recite it by heart. No?
Yes.
Okay. If you pronounce a Pali word or
doesn't matter. Yeah,
as long as we know the meaning, not
yes, or as long as you don't go thinking about other things.
Okay. Okay, Ajaan. Thank you. My last question is, what is the best way to begin letting go, Ajaan? Is it by distancing ourselves from our favorite material possessions, or by maintaining distance in relationships?
Anything that you can let go. Do the easy part first. Do the one that's easy to let go first. Then work up to the harder ones.
Okay.
Maybe letting go of your coffee or your favorite drinks or something like that first. Or if that's hard, then you have to think of something else to let go.
Okay, Tanaji. Yes, thank you, Tanaji. Yes.
Yeah, you have to slowly do it, depending on the strength. You might not be able to do everything all at once, so you select the ones that you can do first.
Easy ones first.
Yeah, then move up to the harder one, or the less important one, the things that you don't really need to have. Then let go of those stuff first, and just keep those things that you still need or you have to have. But then eventually you have to let go of everything. But it doesn't mean that you cannot use them or have them. You can use them and have them, but you have to not be attached to them. If something should happen to them, or if they should lose, then you don't feel sad or bad about it. Eventually, you want to be like the Buddha. He has only 6 pieces of possession. He has a bow, 3 pieces of rope, a belt, a razor blade for shaving, and needle and pins to fix his rope with, and a water strainer. That's what he had. Eight pieces of possession. He didn't have a house. He can stay in the forest under the tree or in a cave. Okay.
Okay, Tanajan, that's all for today. Thank you so much.
All right. You're
Wish you
welcome.
good health.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Don't hesitate if you have any more questions.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Next, Philip from Malaysia.
Good evening, Tanajan. I hope you're doing well. I don't have any questions tonight. Glad to be listening in.
Okay. Go to Oregon with Steph.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So
I
go
just have
ahead.
a quick question. I have been sitting comfortably, just in a chair, and then last week I decided to sit in full lotus, and it was a shorter sit, but I got more concentrated. Should I be sitting more uncomfortably more often? That's kind of my
Well,
question.
in practice, if you have comfort, it's harder for you to advance or gain spiritually. There's a saying that if there's no pain, there's no gain in the spiritual practice. So you have to pay the price of physical discomfort in order to gain the benefit from your spiritual advancement.
So I should start sitting like that
Yeah.
again.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you have more concentration, then why not? That's the goal. If you
It
have
was
more
quicker. It
mindfulness,
was like,
yeah.
it was so quick. So I
Mhm.
think, okay, I guess I answered my own question.
Okay.
Okay.
But then maybe even as you practice, you can then extend the length of your sitting longer. As your concentration becomes stronger, you can then extend your sitting for a longer period.
But you do think I should be switching to the less comfortable position to try to advance more?
Shouldn't do any comfortable position at all. If you can sit in the lotus position, that's the
I'm
best.
gonna get off the chair. No more chair.
Yeah,
Okay.
just sit on the floor, and no
Okay.
cushion if possible. Just sit on the hard floor.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna, okay.
Because if
Thank
you
you.
use a cushion, then wherever you go, you have to take a cushion with you.
It's very true. All
I
right.
see Julia take off a cushion already.
Yeah. Get rid of the cushions. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. You have to have this physical discomfort if you want to advance or have any gain in your spiritual practice.
It's
Okay.
been missing. Noticing
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
When you're comfortable, then you don't need to have to be more mindful, see, to deal with the
That's true.
discomfort.
I was getting kind of complacent, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next, Nita and Saket. Are you ready to move now?
Good evening, Tanajan. Yes, we are moving next month on the 15th.
No second thoughts.
No second thought. A lot of the stuff is gone,
Okay.
and we're just counting our days.
How do you feel about it? Good?
Very, very good. We can't wait to go.
Mm. And it's a good time to get rid of some of your attachment to some of the stuff you have also.
Yes, a lot of clinging, lot of attachment keeps coming, keeps popping up.
Mhm.
And sometimes I just put all of the stuff together in the box and I just want to get rid of it before I change my mind.
You can ask yourself every time you want to get rid of something, can I live without it or not? Do I really have to have it or not? If not, then okay, let it go.
True, true, yeah.
The less you
Um,
have, then the less problem you have to deal with them.
so true. There's so much burden in all of them.
Mhm.
True. And it feels lighter without them, yes.
That's right. Good. The goal is to have only 8 pieces of possession. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I feel, oh, maybe this sweater, I may need it in future because I may go to some colder place. So I just should keep that. So mind things like that, in future, this may
In
be
future.
useful.
But never think in future you might die first.
Yeah, true. I'll try to get rid of more stuff.
Yeah, if you have to keep anything, just keep the minimum stuff that you think you really need. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, have any question?
Um, I have one question, actually, a couple of questions. One is that I yesterday was a period in the evening when I got done with my work. I was like, oh, I have nothing to do. And the mind became very, very restless. Like it was like, oh, how can I do nothing? I have to do something. And I was wondering, how do I deal with such emotions when they arise?
You should say meditate. Remember the word meditation.
I was like, yeah, I'll meditate maybe a little later, maybe a little later. Yeah, that was my defilement. But
Yeah, that's the best thing to do when you have nothing to do is to meditate.
sit and meditate, yeah.
Yeah, but your defilement don't want you to do that because you used to do something all the time. So you feel that when you're not doing something, you're not happy.
Yeah.
But meditating is good. It will make you happy if you succeed.
Yeah.
You should be thankful that, oh, I got nothing to do, then I have the time to meditate. You should think it that way.
Mhm.
Because
True.
meditation is your salvation, is your refuge. Yeah. If you know how to meditate, then you can be you can become happy without having to have anything. Anytime you feel you're not happy, just meditate. And when your mind becomes calm, you feel happy. You have contentment.
And that guilt of not meditating will also not be there.
That's right.
True.
So every time you feel that I got nothing to do, you say, oh, good. Then I have the time to meditate. What else better to do than meditating? The Buddha said the best thing to do is to meditate because the result of meditation is the best form of happiness that you can get.
Right. And Ajahn, another related question is when I do meditate, there are like I keep changing my meditation objects because I feel like, oh, this is not working. Maybe let me try this. Oh, this is not working. Let me try this. So I try to focus on my breath. Then it doesn't work. Then I try to chant Buddha. If that doesn't work, then I try like various things. I keep trying.
It means you don't have enough mindfulness to force your mind to stay with one particular object. So you have to do more mindfulness. So if you cannot meditate or sit, then get up and walk and do walking meditation instead. Maybe it will be easier for the mind to watch your step. Just walk and watch your step. Or recite a mantra as you walk. You have to do more mindfulness all day, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. You can practice mindfulness all the time by watching your body action or by reciting a mantra as you go about your business. And you only stop your mantra only when you have to talk to people or think about something seriously. Other than that, you stop your thinking, keep reciting mantra, or keep watching what you're doing. Then when you meditate, you'll find it easy for your mind to meditate with one object, any object. Usually, when you sit, watching your breath is the best object for meditation. Or some people like to use the mantra; they can use the mantra instead.
So before meditating, I should just decide that this is the object I will keep for my meditation, and I just should stick to that.
That's right.
Mhm.
If you cannot do it, it means your mindfulness is not strong enough. Then Then if you want to continue sitting and meditating, you might have to do chanting mentally before you can come back and watch your breath. But the best way is to practice mindfulness all the time before you meditate. Then you'll find it easy to meditate. Just like our saw Simji said, she found it easy after maintaining mindfulness all the time. She can sit for a few minutes and her mind can suddenly become calm. So it's mindfulness, it's not the object of mindfulness that matters. Okay, so you have to practice mindfulness. As soon as you get up, as soon as you open up your eyes, start mindfulness already. Watching your body. What is my position of the body now? Is it lying down? Okay. Is it getting up? Is it sitting? Is it standing? Is it walking? Is it washing my teeth? Is it washing, or is it dressing, or is it eating? Just keep watching your body movement. Don't let your mind go think about some other thing unnecessarily. Only think of things that you have to think about. But once you have done that, then stop and then come back to your body. Then when you meditate, your mind will stay with one object, any object you choose.
Thank you,
Okay.
Ajahn, for
Yeah,
this
try
guide.
it, try it.
Trying, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, Saket.
Thank you, Ajahn. I had a question around caring for parents. In the suttas, I read somewhere that we owe a large debt to our parents and we should care for them. And although I'll be with my mom, who's my mom and my stepdad, I'll be with my mom in a month's time. I often, work myself into a very agitated state because, I feel that she's not being cared for correctly. Like, she's not being given the right medicines, or she's not being treated rightly, and so on. And it's becoming a very deep kind of I don't know, a grudge or a point of pain. And I was wondering how to work with this, Ajahn.
You have to change your attitude toward your mother. Instead of trying to manage her, you should be just a servant, waiting for her order. Just ask, what do you want to do? You want to eat? You want to drink? Or you want to walk? Or just do what she wants to do. That's all. Don't try to manage her. Don't try to control her. Yeah. Don't try to tell her, Mom, take your medicine. Don't try to go to sleep now. This is not the right attitude. The right attitude for caring is to be a servant to her and wait for her order. If she wants something, she asks you to get it for her, get it for her. If she doesn't ask you to do anything, then leave her alone. Sometimes she's bothered by what you care, too much care, can bother her, or trying to tell her what to do. Don't ever try to tell her what to do, please. When you care for somebody, you really care for them, then you wait for them to tell you what you want, what they want.
Thank you, Ajahn. And Ajahn, I'm actually physically away because she's in India. I'll be with her next month. So then right now, I just, like, when I talk to her on the video call or whatever, I can ask maybe that how can I help?
That's right, you can ask her.
Okay.
But don't tell her, Mom, you should do this, you should do that.
Yes.
She's old enough to know what she should be doing.
That's true.
If she doesn't want to take care of her body, it's her business. Sometimes she says it's too much of a burden for her, and she wants to give it up. Let her give it up, as long as she's happy doing it. That's all. But not to the point, not to the point of killing the body. Then you have to stop her if you can. But But if she just doesn't want to care for the body anymore, wants to look after it anymore, it's too much a burden for her, then it's a choice, you know.
Yes, like for example, she has a tendency to fall at night, and I've got a caregiver, but she's not very happy about having a caregiver. Then is the right thing to do just say, okay, you don't want, we won't keep a caregiver?
That's right. Just leave her alone. Yeah. Let she decide what she wants, whether she wants a caregiver or not. If she doesn't want, then okay, don't force upon her. But if she say okay, it's okay for the caregiver to be with her, then it's okay. It's up to her. Be like a someone in the hotel. You wait on your guests, right? You don't tell your guests what to do. You ask for your guests to tell you what they want.
Yes, yes.
Then the guests will be happy. If you start to tell the guests what to do, then no one will stay in your hotel anymore.
That's true. Yes, yes, Ajaan.
Okay. So if you want to make your mother happy, then wait for her to tell you what she wants. Okay. Don't tell her what she should have.
Okay, okay. And Ajaan, in terms of family members who may not be taking the right action, but they're not interested in listening to me either, and I kind of see these kind of things going down the wrong path. What's the approach I should have there?
No, just keep the distance from them if you can. Just let them be. Let them do whatever they want to do. Don't try to get into any conflict if it's possible. Because you're a servant. Think yourself as being the servant of the house, and everybody else is the master. Okay.
That will be quite a topic of practice for me.
Yeah, we all tend to have our ego, and we all tend to think we know a certain way of doing things, and we want to push this on other people, and this is where people get into conflict. Brothers and sisters, in conflict on how to deal with your mother and father and so forth. So don't try to get into that conflict. If they want to do it, let them do it. Let your parent decide who they want to listen to you or to the sister or brother. Then it's up to them. But you're there just to help, to assist, to wait for order. You don't want to exert your influence on them. Unless they ask for it, then you can do it. If they ask for your advice, what should I do? And then you can give them the advice. If they don't ask, then don't give.
Many thanks, Ajaan. Thank you
Okay.
very
Yeah.
much.
This is the problem all over the world with children looking after the parents. They want to control the parents. They want to treat the parents like a baby, Okay.
Yeah, I hear that. Thank you. Thank you, Ajaan.
Next, Julia from Colorado. Is it cold over there now?
Greetings, Pa Ajaan. Sawadee ka. Medium. There's snow
Medium.
on the ground. Different than Thailand.
Oh yeah, we are about 20 degrees Celsius here. 24 this morning, actually. Still warm in your perspective, but it's cool for us.
Yeah.
Have you been to Thailand before? You seem to be able to speak some Thai.
But Ajaan's practice is cool, even if the weather is so hot. Twice, but very short time.
I see.
I was going to just listen to the other good practice questions, but I do have a question for a friend, because I've only been to Thailand 2 short times, and I have a friend who's going to Thailand and with her husband or boyfriend or whatever it is, and she was asking, and I told her, "Oh, Ajaan, I heard Ajaan on Wampra and Saturdays gives Dhamma Desana."
Yes, at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
2 p.m. Okay.
On
Is
weekend and on Buddhist holiday.
it
And
Buddhist,
public holiday, also public holiday, weekends
like
and Buddhist
Wesak?
holiday. Yeah.
Okay. Is it in Pasat Thai?
Yes, in Thai. But after I finish my talk, after 3 o'clock, people can ask me question in any language, in Thai or in English.
Oh, okay. So if she comes, she could ask.
Yeah, you can wait. You can go there about 3 o'clock instead of 2, because the first hour will be in Thai. But then after the talk, then we can have discussion like this in either languages, in either Thai or English.
Oh, cool. Okay. Do a lot of people come to that part?
Well, people come and listen. Most people stay for the first hour, and then after giving some offering, then most of the people will leave. Will left. There'll be only just maybe a handful left after the main talk.
Oh, that's cool. I want to come too.
Yeah.
Super. Okay. Yeah. Also, she is a retired, and her boyfriend is aging. Is it true there are many, many steps going up?
No, it's right. There's no step at all. It's on the ground. It's on the street level. So there's no
Oh,
need
it's
to.
on the street level.
And the parking space is very near the top.
Okay.
You only have to walk a few steps.
Cool. Okay. So I've been in Thailand twice. The first time was 2006, but I was doing some medical humanitarian project along the border. And so I was supposed to be doing all this good, but I felt like I received more from the culture and meeting people who really practice Dhamma. Yeah. So, but since now everything is on Zoom, and also I was looking. Anyway, I like this with Ajaan here. It works very well. I feel so.
Yes, you can tell your friend that she can join the Zoom meeting. It's easier maybe for
Oh
her.
yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
she could try. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she's a little more Mahaya. Yeah, maybe. Okay, maybe she would like it. She has an interest in, how this tradition it comes earlier than the way she's learned, and like she has some more Himalayan sort of practice, but I like just very simple.
Basic.
Yeah, I like also on Zoom what Marpjan when they have those retreats online. But I don't think she's there going for that reason,
Well, it's up to her, whatever she wants to do.
Yeah.
It's okay with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. That's all. I'm benefiting so much from listening to the practice questions that I don't want to ask too many travel logistic questions because then I'll
your
miss
friend
the
don't have to
practice.
join the meeting. She can just watch the meeting that has been taped. You can watch this meeting later on, and you can send her the link, and she can then just sample the meeting to see whether she likes it or not.
Oh, that's a good idea. Like the YouTube link.
Yeah, the link.
Yeah.
This meeting is taped that you can watch later on after we finish, both in Facebook and on YouTube.
Okay.
You
It's a
can
really
send her.
great lesson.
You can send her the link, and then she can, if she has some time to look at it, then she might be able to sample it to see whether she likes it or not.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Good.
Okay. May Ajahn have good health. Be
Yeah.
well.
Thank you. And you too. Okay.
Okay.
Next, Intan from Indonesia. Where are you now? Are you back in Indonesia or are you still in Thailand?
Good evening, Prajan. Now I'm in Jakarta, Prajan. Prajan, I want to thank you to Prajan. I don't know why, but when Prajan talked to me, I have a desire to prove it. Like example, when the first time I met Prajan and Prajan say, if we know the key, we can attend jhana in 1 hour. So after that, I think, oh, this is very interesting and I want to prove it. Because for me, when I know the theory and I have the experience, I have a different understanding. The second, when Prajan said, I eat because my my mind hungry is not my body hungry. At that time, Prajan said, that's why I'm fat. So I think, yeah, Prajan is right. So I changed my attitude. Before I meet Prajan, I lose a lot of money because of food. I just want to eat delicious food. After that, I fat, yeah. Then I attend a slimming program to lose my fat. So I do like that. I think maybe for 20 years.
Yes.
So yeah,
Go
at
ahead.
that time I'm very, very stupid.
Spend your money to get fat and then spend your money to get
Yeah,
slim.
yeah,
When all you have to do is stop eating.
yeah.
Eat less.
Just when we Prajan just one only sentence. I think now I lose my weight more than 10 kilo just for one year.
Yes, good. And without having to spend so much money on that, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Prajan, I also want to continue my question last week. I don't know why, but for something related with meditation and teacher, I have a memory or a thought. Like example, when the first time I meet Ajahn in Hawaii, at that time I also have a thought. Now I'm in the cycle in my teacher. So I need to find which one is my teacher. I just know my teacher, one of the Long-Tama Haboa student. So after that, I find one by one. I meet one by one to know which one is my teacher. Until I meet Prajan. At the first time I meet Prajan, I also have a thought, Prajan is my teacher. So since now no need to find your teacher, now you find your teacher. I have a thought like that. And also when the first time I meditate at Kauchi On, I also have a memory for a long time ago. I also meditate at the forest, but the difference is at that time the forest is the tree is more bigger than the tree in Kauchi On. Why I have a memory or thought like this? or this is a part of my memory from my past life?
Well, if you don't know, then don't worry about it. You don't need to know.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't waste your time on trying to find out why. Yeah, just know that it is something that you have. You know, that's all you need to know.
Okay.
Because it doesn't make any difference to your practice, whether you know or not know. What matters is whether can you do more practice or not. That's more important. Okay, so don't waste your time
Okay.
trying to find out something of the past. Try to ask yourself, what can I do more for my practice better? Sometimes we spend too much time worrying about the past or the future and forgetting the present. The present is the time when we can do anything we want to do, and we don't do it. We spend time worrying about the past or worrying about the future. Forget about the past, forget about the future, and concentrate on the present. What can I do now? How much more practice can I do?
Okay, Ajahn.
Okay. So is that all you have to say?
Yes. I plan next month when February I want go to culture of Rajan.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Do more practice. This is what you should think. More and more practice. More mindfulness, more meditation. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Rajan.
You're welcome. Next, Gary from Singapore.
Good evening, Tanajan. I have no questions. Just happy to be listening in.
Okay. How about Nining from Indonesia?
Yeah. Good evening, Tanajan. Tanajan, in my meditation practice, I have overcome the painful feeling. I ever feel so much painful in my legs. In my previous practice, I can see clearly when the pain arise, and then it disappear. So after the pain disappear, my heart beats so fast, so that I can hear like like that, and then my heart getting weakened, and slowly the breath disappear. Then I remain in peace. Since that practice, every time I get pain, I can stay calm. I can stay calm and keep watching my breath, because I believe the pain is anicca. Is this ignorance or acceptance? My question is my attitude to my pain, is it ignorance or acceptance, Ajahn?
Well, it depends on what you mean by anicca. If you think it's anicca, you might have this craving for it to disappear. Then this can be defilement also. So you should look at it. You should look at it as anatta better. Anatta is something you cannot control or stop or get rid of. You just have to leave it alone. Sometimes it stays, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't disappear. If you think it's of anicca, then you might expect it to disappear. And if it doesn't disappear, then you can be discontent. You will not be happy. So
maybe.
Look at it as anatta. It's a natural phenomena, like rain, the rain or the storm. You don't know when it's gonna stop.
Yeah, maybe I make a wrong statement. I mean, I'm not afraid, and I don't bother with that pain.
Okay, that's good then.
Yeah, because I mean, I can stay calm with that pain.
Yeah, you can live with it. Let's put it that way.
The pain is there,
Yeah,
but
you cannot force it to go away. You can only accept it.
yeah, maybe because I don't know too much about the theory. Maybe my attitude, because Ajahn said that it's the level up is acceptance. So
Yes.
yeah.
Acceptance and your mind is calm and not have any dukkha, then it's okay.
Yeah. So so that I prefer do in cross leg.
Yes.
Yeah, because
then you have the painful to deal with.
yeah, that's right. And then Ajahn, my sister is passed away, and then she has two sons. Sometimes the son asks me for advice for their study, and then before learning from Ajahn, I like to give example of people names to my nephew. For example, when I encourage my nephew to study hard, I give an example to my nephew. For example, like if you are lazy, you will be like Uncle A, who find it difficult to live life. And then if you are diligent, you will be like Auntie B, who survive very easily in life. So you can live more peace and calm and do lots of charity. Since because I still live in material world, so before learning from Ajahn, I used to give example of the name. I mentioned the name. Then I realized maybe this is not correct. This is not good, because I make comparison, and is there any? I mean, do I do the wrong advice or not, Ajahn?
Well, you have to know yourself if you want to, if you're the one who give the advice.
Because
if you don't know whether it's right or wrong, then don't give any advice.
Because they don't have mother, and then sometimes they find motivation from me. And
Okay, but is the advice true or not? That's the more important thing. If it's true, then it's a good advice. If it's not true, then it's a bad advice. Is it true or not?
True.
Okay, then it's good advice.
But I mentioned the name of my
That doesn't matter.
Oh, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
It's just an example, see, to make so that the person can see the picture clearer. If you have an example.
yeah, that's my question. So
Or you can use the word, you can use the name of Bill Gates if you like. If you're diligent, you'll be like Bill Gates, you know.
yeah, like that. But after learning from Ajahn, I think the gain from spiritual is more benefit for me than from material world. And then why I give advice for my nephew in material way, not in spiritual.
Because they come and ask you for material gains, so you have to give them the material world reply.
Oh, so that's okay, Ajahn.
Yeah, if they ask for spiritual gain, then you tell them what to do. It's up to them what they ask. See? If they want to have material gain, then you teach them, you tell them how to do it. If they want spiritual gain, then you also tell them how to do the spiritual gain. It's up to what they want.
Yeah, and to this before today, I told my nephew that when you move to Australia, he will move to Perth. I said that every Tuesday you can join the Zoom, and because he is in the age of Alice, who the Zoom participant who live in Bangkok, so I give it I let him to watch the YouTube, the tape, and you can ask Ajahn about your daily life. That's good, because I want you to gain spiritual also, not only in material world. I said like that, Ajahn. So
it's up to them whether they want to do it or not. You can give them advice, but whether they'll take it up or not, that's their business, not your business to worry about.
Yeah, and also today I learned also from Ajaan that I should be like servant to my mom, because
Yes.
like Ajaan said that we always treat parents like baby, and also want to manage this, manage that. But after hear from Ajaan that I just follow my mom, what she want me to do, I will follow
Yes,
her.
good.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Thank
think
you.
she'll be a lot happier now.
Yeah. She is happy because she let me to move to Thailand, because I ever told her that, Mom, you will not live forever. So I should have planned for my life. I love staying in Thailand. What about selling a few of my assets, and then I moved to Thailand to practice more? And she said that, oh, that's okay. My mom replied like that, Ajaan.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So she doesn't interfere with your decision. So you should not interfere with her decision either.
Yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
Ajaan.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Ajaan.
Next, Masha. Hi, Masha. Your turn. From Ohio.
Hello. Excuse me, I have something in my throat. I don't have any questions today. The conversations have been so meaningful. I just want to keep listening.
Okay,
And
good.
that's all.
Okay, thank you for your company. Next, Lavan from California. Any question today?
No question. Just keep practicing. It's not easy for me.
Yeah, mindfulness is the key.
Mm.
Okay, try to do a lot of mindfulness all the time. Stay in the present, stop thinking, watch what you're doing, or reciting a mantra. That's all. It's very simple, but it's difficult because we like complicated things. We don't like simple things. Simple thing bore us, give us boredom. So we like to have to think of something complicated just to keep us occupied.
Yeah, I found that just like other people, I end up doing a lot of tasks when I have nothing to do. I just end up cleaning old stuff or just finding things to do, and then the day is gone. So
Yes, try to switch to meditation instead. Whenever you feel that you want to do something, meditate. Or if you cannot meditate, then do what you do with mindfulness. Practice mindfulness together with what you want to do, like watching all parts or something like that. Be mindful as you do it. Okay.
thank you, Ajaan.
You're welcome. Next, Riona, Charlotte,
One minute, Ajaan.
Surabaya, right?
Yeah, Surabaya. I don't have any question today. Just listening. Thank you, Ajaan.
Okay. Next, Aparachita from Dubai.
Hello, good evening, Ajaan.
You have any courses today?
No, I don't have any questions. I'm also just listening. Thank you.
Okay. Do you have any classes? I mean,
Yes, I had classes all through since
every
morning.
every day,
I have
practically.
yes, every day. I think except Saturday, maybe just I teach one class, but otherwise, yes, I teach every day.
Do you teach at home, or you have to go to a place to do it?
Yes, I usually go out to teach. So there are some yoga studios, and there's also some people's houses where they want to practice. So I go teach there too.
I see. You don't teach at home.
Not at the moment. I don't have the space. So
I
yes.
see. Okay. Good.
Maybe sometimes online, but not getting a person over. Yes.
How teaching online like?
Actually pretty good, because I also get a chance to study with a teacher who teaches online. And some students, it's like you don't have to drive through traffic. You can just join in online. So
Good.
that's nice. Yes.
Mm,
So it's
okay.
possible. Yes.
Good. So no question for you tonight.
No, I am practicing and yeah, just
Okay.
considering. Yes.
Mindfulness. Practice mindfulness all the time.
Yes. That is the key. True.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Prajan. Lovely
Next.
to see you.
Good to see you too. Next,
Yes.
Belinda from Singapore.
Good evening, Tanajan. I'm listening.
Okay,
Yes. Mm.
good. Then I'll go to B. Can remember Sui and Czech. Sui and Czech from Vancouver.
Greetings, Ajaan.
Good morning.
Good
evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. So, anything I can do for you?
About bored, like how come our mind like become bored and we want to do something like
Because the mind tends to get bored when we do something repeatedly the same. Repeat. The mind likes new things, like new things all the time. Keep it more curious, make it more curious, make it more exciting. When you see new things, you have to learn, you have to find out what these new things are like. But with the old thing, you already know what it's like, so there's no more curiosity toward that thing.
so that's not good, right, Tanja? Because we use more sankhara to
Yeah, it's cravings. It's craving for new stuff. The old stuff you don't want it anymore. You know what it is. You know what you can get from it, and you know that you cannot get anything else from it anymore. So you want something new.
Mm. And yeah, okay, that's also part of the reason that sometimes we cannot be mindful because our mind will tend to go and seek something else.
Well, we have a certain level of mindfulness in order for us to do things, but we don't have enough mindfulness to calm our curb our cravings.
So it's the craving, okay.
It's our craving that wants something new, that keep us looking for something new all the time. Like people, if you stay in Vancouver and you want to go someplace else for a trip, a holiday, and people who live in the place where you go on a holiday, they want to come to Vancouver because they want to see something different. This is a sign of craving or discontent, not happy with what you have. Thinking the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. When you get there, it's the same, right? Same grass, same color, not greener. Then you want to go home after you go to a certain place for.
Yeah.
That's true. That's why Tan Ajahn never travel. Tan
Yeah.
Ajahn always one place.
Because I know it's all the same wherever you are. Because happiness or contentment doesn't come from going to places. It comes from stopping your cravings. By stilling your mind, make your mind calm and still. Then you have contentment. Then you can be anywhere and you always have contentment, regardless of where you are. I've been living in this monastery for almost 40 years.
Wow. 40 years? Wow.
40 years. Oh.
Yeah. And I don't feel I have the need to go anywhere.
Yeah, I see you got a lot of invitation, but you never go anywhere.
Because once you make your mind contented, then there's no need to go anywhere or to get anything.
Yeah.
The mind is full, it's complete. It doesn't need anything anymore.
Yeah.
But when you have craving, then you start to have, no matter how much you have, it's still not enough, right? You can have 10 more million now, and then you will still not have enough. You will still want more.
Yeah.
So it's the one that is the problem is the craving. It keep pushing you to go after more and more stuff.
Mm.
If you can stop your craving, then you don't need to go. Then you have contentment.
Mm.
That's why we keep rebirth, because we have cravings. We
Mm.
die from this birth and we go look for a new birth. Keep going.
Rebirth is like travel too, Ajahn. It's like travel. It's kind of like travel.
Yeah, it's travel from one body to the next body, to a new body. Okay. So stop your cravings. Stop your cravings. Then you won't have any boredom. You can be doing the same thing, eat the same food every day, and you don't feel bored. Because you don't eat because you want to eat. You eat because you have to fill the body with food. It's like it's like filling the automobile with gas. You don't care whether you go to the same station every day to fill the gas up. You just feel it because you know the body needs the gas, needs the food, right? Like the automobile that needs the gas.
Yeah. But curious with the Dhamma is good or no? Being curious with the Dhamma is good or not? Not.
Good, because the Dhamma will make you have contentment, and that's the only thing in the world that can show you how to get to contentment. Is the Dhamma teaching of the Buddha. So craving for Dhamma is like craving for medicine to heal your body, for instance. When you are sick, then you have to crave for medicine, crave for doctor, crave for hospital. So some cravings are good and some cravings are bad. So you have to know which one is good or which one is bad. And there's only one thing that is good, that is craving for Dhamma. The rest is not good. The Buddha said once who crave for Dhamma will then get the chance to taste the taste of Dhamma, which excel all other tastes.
Yeah.
Craving for Dhamma will lead you to Nibbana. Without craving for Dhamma, then you will not get to Nibbana. You get to samsara. You crave for money, wealth, status, sensual pleasure. This thing will lead you to more rebirth. But craving for Dhamma will tell you how to get rid of all your cravings. Once you have got rid of all your cravings, then you get to Nibbana.
Oh.
The supreme contentment, the supreme happiness, the supreme bliss. Sometimes they translate it that way.
Yeah.
But it's really the word contentment is the word. Once you have contentment, then you don't want to have anything anymore.
Mm.
If you have craving, it means you're not content, right? You want more.
Yeah.
If you don't have cravings, then you have contentment.
Yeah.
These two are two opposite side of the same coin. They're in your mind, cravings and contentment. Which one do you choose to have? If you want contentment, you have to stop cravings. If you have craving, then you don't have contentment. No matter how much money you make, you still want more. As the richest man in the world, has he enough money yet? Can he stop? Can he stop going after more money? No. Maybe some do. Bill Gates do. He said he has too much money, so he stopped working. And he established a foundation to spend all his money on Dana. This is Dhamma. See, this is thinking like the Dhamma, the teaching of the Buddha.
I like the coin, contentment and craving is two side thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
the mind has two sides, cravings and contentment. But we tend to go on the craving side. So we have rebirth. If we go on the contentment side, then we'll stop rebirth.
Because craving side give you instantaneous gratifications.
But temporarily, see. After you have it is gone, and you have a new craving will come up. After you have this meal today, and then the next meal come up waiting for you to crave for.
Yeah.
Never ending. Craving is never ending. You keep expanding. You want more and more and more. And it can lead you to frustration and disappointment when you cannot get what you want. Or when you lose what you get, then you become sad.
Yeah.
So that's a downside to craving. See?
Yeah.
All right, anything else?
No, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Ajahn.
Ajahn.
Thank
Okay. Let's see anybody else here. Okay, Diana, your turn.
Namo Buddhaya, Ajahn Suchart.
May the blessing of the Buddha be with you.
Thank you. I really enjoyed listening to your teaching for everybody's questions. I had some follow-up questions if we have time.
Sure.
I know before we spoke about how to serve the parent best, and today somebody was saying, you know, if the parent is hurting themselves, then it's better to stop it. So what came to my mind is my observation with my mother when mostly it is like her mind that is hurting herself, and mostly it's like the worry. When we speak more and more, she's expressed that she's worrying either about something that happened in the past, and that's a little bit easier for me to find words to calm her down, like it is gone, what's important is the present, and then it shifts to her worry in the future. And a lot of it has to do with me. Well, she expressed that way. So I'm thinking she's not very open to I just wanted to ask you, what can I do to help her not harm herself, because she did tend to worry all her life before, and as a result she does have some issues with her what do you call it, intestine. Like somehow the worry mind is actually related to the physical body, and she's aware of it, but however she's still trying to attend to the body part only, even though she admits that it's the worrying, that the nervousness that is
It's causing the intestine problem.
yeah, like she's just rolling and suffering more and more and more, like pretty much every day. Like if we speak, or every other day, that is one of the issues she's sharing with me. And so what can how can I help her?
Well, it depends on whether you can or not. See, if you cannot, then you just have to accept it that you cannot help her.
Yes, that moment is very painful for me.
But it's the truth, see? Because if you try to help her and you cannot do it, it could be counterproductive.
Mhm. So the follow-up from this is when I'm feeling mindful, and I have Buddha with me, is I'm able to support her, and at the times that I'm not, I actually end up worrying for her, or for me or for her, but it's just like I get in this I also kind of get into this worry state, even though like prior to that I wasn't worried. And then it takes me a while to regroup and return to what I've been doing and how I've been coping with it. So
Well, sometimes you have to look at anicca also. Yeah. Eventually, anicca will take control of the body.
So like not try to stop it, not try to control it.
If you can, if you cannot, then you just have to accept that you cannot do it. There are things that you can do, and there are things that beyond what you can do, and then you just have to let it go, let it be.
Yes. Okay. Okay. From last week, I found it really helpful what you were sharing with me about my daughter. This is how she is. And we made some progress this week. Well, I did, in terms of being able to support her more and hear her more with her needs instead of like trying to make it better for her. And in the end, she herself was able to make some improvements. So that was very useful.
You have to use a little bit of both, a little bit guidance and also a little bit of attention to her needs.
Yeah. So it's okay. I will keep adjusting.
Keep the balance, the balance between the two. Look at what she needs and also tell her what she should have, what she should do.
It appeared that when I was on her side, she was able to understand that on the outside some things were like how they are. Like she accepted that she couldn't change certain things on the outside and was able to make her choice to adjust. Because I wasn't like forcing her, and I was just kind of like, well, let's just accept how it is, and what would you like to do given those two choices?
That's right. You can have dukkha or no dukkha. The choices are.
Say it again.
The result of the choices are two. Either you have dukkha or no dukkha. You do one thing, you might get suffering. If you don't do it, then you don't get suffering. So what do you want? You want suffering or no suffering? No
Okay,
dukkha.
that I hasn't introduced. I will try to incorporate it this week.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay.
Okay.
I had a question about like when I am listening to some talk, then the first time I would like hear it one way, but then the second time I would hear it like I would hear some other things. I'm just like wondering how come the mind plays those tricks? Like
because your attention is not continuous when you listen to the Dhamma talk. You might be attending to a certain part, and then your mind then might slip away and thinking about some other thing. So the next time you listen, it can be different.
Okay.
So listening to Dhamma talks many times is good because you can pick up what you didn't pick up the first time.
Ah, okay. Because in that moment it feels kind of like, oh, like
something new, something you haven't heard before.
Yeah.
because you didn't actually hear it. You hear it, you might not be attentive to it. You might be thinking about something else. So it slip away from your mind.
Okay. And then some other times you were sharing about some previous talks. You were sharing about how to think of ourselves as just like a piece, like a rag, like a piece of clothing, like. And I was just I was trying to process that because in my understanding, like if we think of ourselves, like if I think of myself as a rag, then I end up with some bad feelings, and then I was just trying to see where I missed the point of the teaching, because it appeared that there was something to it, but I just couldn't quite wrap my mind around it.
Well, what it means that you be ready to be treated like a rag. People sometimes don't treat you nice. Sometimes they treat you badly.
Yes, and usually I don't feel good about that.
Okay, then you are a piece of rag, and you don't feel bad when somebody treated you badly.
No, I mean, I feel bad about it.
Then you shouldn't, because if you feel bad, that means you're not being a rag. Then you're being a piece of clean cloth, and the people should look after that piece of clean cloth instead of demeaning the piece of rag, debasing the piece of rag, treating the piece of rag badly. It depends on how you want you set yourself to be approached, high or low. See, if you set yourself up to be approached high, and if people don't give you that approach, then you can be sad or disappointed.
Like mostly it has to do with respect. Like if people are being disrespectful,
Yeah,
how
just how to accept. You have to expect that some people will be respectful to you, and some will not be respectful to you. If you set yourself to be respectful, then you can be sad when you're not being respected.
Yeah, it happens.
Don't be a rag. Don't expect anything.
So just accept that they're disrespectful and keep going with what I need to do.
Yeah, expect the worst from everybody. Then you will not be sad or disappointed. Don't expect good things from people. Expect the worst.
Okay.
Hope for the best, but expect the worst.
Okay. I will try to process that more.
Yeah. Think yourself as a nobody, like a butler, like a servant, you know, like a person who opened the door on the hotel doorbell.
So yeah, I'm experiencing resistance to that kind of I kind of logically understand it, but I don't understand it inside.
Because your ego doesn't want to be that. See? Your ego wants to be treated like a king, like a queen.
Okay. Okay. I will listen again.
So you need more meditation to calm your mind down, calm your defilement, your ego down. Then the calmer your mind becomes, then the easier for you to accept that you're nobody. You're not the queen.
Well, yeah, I'm not the queen. Okay. And then another follow-up is we were talking about I still catch myself when I'm not with my mom, when I'm feeling resistance to doing what she needs to do. And my question was like, she like to what extent do we want to do that? Because let's say if I check on her daily, and then she daily asks me to do this now and this now, then I end up just kind of living her life, not my life. And then is it okay to like when she's giving me advice for something, but let's say I already formed a different opinion, and then if I explain it to her, then it doesn't resolve the situation. It actually creates more conflict because she's of a different opinion and I'm of a different opinion. And even though I bring it up that, well, we're different people, we have different opinions, but this is how like I'm parenting, it seems to create conflict rather than harmony. So
And
what would
don't discuss, just say yes. And then yes, okay.
Just don't agree, just say yes, and
yeah, just move on. Don't discuss. Don't do any discussion.
And try to move on.
And she'll forget in a few minutes. She'll forget what she said anyway.
Okay. Okay, I never thought of that because she does seem to move on from thing to thing, like
That's
especially.
right. That's right.
Okay.
She'll just
Okay.
say anything that appears in her mind. That's all. And when it disappears, it's gone. She forget about it. She
Yes.
even forget what she said.
Yeah.
So don't try to raise any issue with her. Just let she say what she want to say and just nod. Just give a nod to her. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. And then the last thing is I've noticed for myself, like my mind, like I was able to apply mindfulness in some difficult situation. Wasn't like because I tend to get sucked in, but this time I didn't get sucked in. I was going like this. And then when the weekend came on Saturday, I guess I just kind of let it go. And when I analyzed like what has happened, it appeared that I was like really tired. And then when I thought more about it, analyzed it, how come like I guess I'm struggling it because I don't like it, but it appears that when I'm tired, I feel very aggressive. I was catching myself to just like be pretty I was stopping myself and catching myself when I would be saying like angry things.
It means your mind is not calm. So tell yourself to calm down. Recite Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto.
Okay, because prior to something happening, it appeared that I wasn't mindful, that I was just kind of okay. Could you repeat the answer, please?
Try to bring your mindfulness back by reciting Bhutto, Bhutto. Your mind is restless and agitated. So it's not good to use that agitated mind to deal with people or things. Calm your mind down. Use Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto.
So we're back to mindfulness.
That's right.
So is it harder to be mindful when my body's tired or my mind is tired? Then that means I should give myself some rest?
That's right.
Okay.
Give your mind some rest by reciting Bhutto, Bhutto to stop your mind from agitating itself more.
Yeah. Yeah, I ended up dropping everything that day because I didn't want that energy to keep going on a Saturday, and did more meditative practice at home that time.
Yes.
And Sunday, we went to give Dana. Well, was it Dana? No, we just. I take my daughter third Sunday. I take her to this to Sri Lankan monastery, and I have like a children's program there where they review metta and some Jataka tales. So I think that's the end of it.
Okay, good. All right, good talking to you.
Yeah, thank you always so much
See
for your
you next
wisdom.
time. Yeah, see you next time. Okay, next, Sulan, you're the last. Always the last, but not the least.
Sadhu. Thank you, Ajahn. Good
So,
to see you again.
so you've been away for a few weeks, at least from the room anyway. You sent in some questions.
I have question today.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I remember Ajahn was telling me this sentence, right? Let bygones be bygones. Then there's I think one of the participants said something about bearing grudges. Then like for myself, I noticed that when I chant, then I can stop the negative thoughts, but then the negative mind can come back again. And then what can I do to kind of transform the negative mind to a positive mind? Because the chanting, even if I chant, it can only stop it. But then after I stop chanting, it comes back again.
Well, you have to look at the result of your negative mind, negative thoughts. Negative thoughts give you bad feelings. See? So you're hurting yourself by maintaining negative thoughts. Once you see the harm of your negative thoughts, then you will stop it. It's like it's like setting a fire in the house. Keep setting up fire in the house. when you keep thinking about negative thoughts, you're hurting your mind because negative thoughts give you bad feelings, right?
Yeah, negative thoughts give bad feelings.
But
Then
do you want bad feelings or good feelings?
I don't want bad feelings. I
Okay,
want
then
good.
stop negative thoughts. Think only positive thoughts, good thoughts.
So once I start negative thought, then I have to catch it and
Tell yourself you're setting fire for your mind, heating up your mind with negative thought, with bad feeling.
then I just say that I'm
Once you see that your negative thought is bad for you, then you don't want to think anything negative anymore.
then every time it comes up, then I just say the same thing that I'm heating up the mind.
Yeah, because you know that it's hurting yourself when you think of negative thoughts, right? You're not hurting anybody, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. And yeah, I agree with you.
Okay. Like when you're having grudges, the Buddha said, forgive people, then your grudges will disappear. The grudges is causing you bad feeling. It's not the person that you have grudges with. They don't know that you hold grudges. Right? It's all action in your mind, and the consequence from your action is in the mind. It's not on the person that you hate.
Then does it mean also that when I having all these negative thoughts, actually I'm also creating bad karma?
That's right. It's bad mental karma.
Oh,
Give you bad feeling.
oh, then does it mean that I'm kind of a bad person?
If you keep doing it, then you can be habit forming, and you keep thinking negative thoughts all the time, and you will never be happy. You will always be unhappy. Whatever you see, you think negative things about what you see or you hear. Then you keep creating bad feelings for yourself all the time,
Okay.
right? When you don't think about negative thoughts, then you feel good, right? You feel peaceful and calm.
Yeah, I feel peaceful and calm when there's no negative thought. So I need to
Yeah. Think of
stop.
negative thought like fire in the house. You have to stop it when you started the fire in the house. You have to stop it right away. Like when you do some cooking and maybe you accidentally cause a fire to erupt, then you have to use a fire extinguisher to stop it. And the fire extinguisher that will stop your negative thought is your wisdom. To see that your negative thought is bad for you, not good for you.
And but the fire just come on its own. It's like it just keep on.
Well, you just have to keep stopping it every time it came up. And eventually it will disappear because you know it cannot come up anymore because you don't entertain it. When it comes up, you stop it.
That's my Mara, right?
That's your karma. That's a consequence of your karma.
That's
You've been maintaining or entertaining negative thoughts for a long time, nurturing your negative thoughts. So it keeps staying in your mind. See? It becomes a habit for you. So you have to stop this bad habit.
Okay. Then the way to stop it is
By telling you that they are harmful for you, not good for you.
they are harmful to me. Okay.
Like if you drink a beverage that contains carcinogen, if you drink it, you will get cancer. Would you drink it anymore?
Yeah.
But if you don't know, you keep drinking it, right? So you enjoy the taste. But then somebody point out that if you keep drinking this thing, you'll get breast cancer. Would you continue to drink that drink anymore?
No.
Okay, same way with the bad thoughts. It will give you cancer in your mind. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. We're running out of time.
Okay.
Nice to see you this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Hope this answer your question and maybe make you get rid of your negative thoughts from now on.
Yeah, that is my burning question. Yeah.
Okay. Next, I'll go to Kunjup now for more questions.
กราบนมัสการพระอาจารย์ค่ะ We have altogether 9 questions between Facebook and YouTube.
Please
The
go
first,
ahead.
thank you. The first question is from Divya Goel. Does everything that happens because of our past karma?
Well, there are other things that happen not from our past karma, like the rain, the sun, the eruption of the volcano. This has nothing to do with our karma. Our karma is only what happened, what we might do to somebody or something, then they might retaliate. This can be considered to be from our past karma. You know. But not everything that happens to us is being caused by our past karma alone. There are other conditions or factors that affects our life.
If someone decides to do something bad to us, is that because of our past karma or that person's karma?
Well, you don't know, see. So just accept whatever they do. Just accept that this is something you cannot stop them from doing. And the way to do it is to maintain equanimity and don't get angry, don't react, and just let it be. Accept the consequence. Maybe it's the consequence of your bad karma, or maybe it's just the consequence of running into a bad person. Who knows? But it doesn't matter how it came about. What matters is how you react to them. And the way to react to them is to react with equanimity or react with loving kindness.
The next question is from Mini Pool. Bow to Ajaan. It is taught that the citta is permanent, but I am a bit confused because the Buddha says in the Sangyutta Nikaya 18 that Mano is impermanent. Mano Vinyana is impermanent too. Is Mano the same with citta and why is it impermanent? Thank you.
I don't know. I cannot contradict the sutta. So if that's what the sutta says, then that's what it says. I don't want to contradict the sutta.
The next question.
But the mind never dies. See? The mind continues on after the body dies. This is a fact we all accept, right? There's rebirth because there's the mind that doesn't die with the body. And I'm not sure which sutta you're talking about. Maybe you misread it or something. I don't know. Or maybe it means something else. So I don't want to get into that discussion because I don't know.
The next question is from Dr.V channel in Thai and translated into English. If I would like to practice meditation for about 30 days in Cheon Mountain, what do I have to do and how can I go about applying for this?
Oh, you have to contact one of our assistants. Maybe Kunju can give her the information. But usually people are allowed only to stay not more than 14 days at a time. Usually 7 or 14 days. But you can give her the details if she wants.
The next question is from Robert Doust. How to apply dependent origination practically, or is it more of a study subject and is it necessary?
Well, the application of this is on the craving and attachment. That's where we have to stop. See, craving and attachment cause us to have rebirth. If we don't want to have any rebirth, then we have to stop cravings when they come up. Stop our attachment to things that we have acquired.
The next question is from C. Ratna. Sometimes sisterhood, brotherhood become enemy. Do we have to fix a relation since it belongs to one family, or just let it be since it's in one family? Because bad attitude of a member repeated many times can hurt other members.
Well, everyone has to look after themselves. So we cannot go and control other people's action. If other people want to do anything, that's their business. Our business is to not to do any bad action toward other people.
The next question is from Antonio Dutra. Sharing merits is only for deceased ones, or can we share with ordinary people, parents, alive, etc.? Thank you, Luang Por Suchart, for your kindness.
The reason why we can only share merit with the dead because the dead cannot get material gift from us. See? So we have to send them the merit that we get from giving dana, for instance. But with living people, if we want to make them happy, we can give them material things. So we don't share merit with the living people. If we want people to be happy, we buy them things like Christmas. You buy them gifts and things like that, instead of sharing the merit you make from dana.
The last three questions are from Pauline Soon. What kind of karma would one receive if a person keeps on having wrong view of the Buddha's teaching and that person has the idea to stop others to practice?
Don't keep rebirth, continuous rebirth, never stop rebirth.
How can karma bring us to be a monk in the future life?
If you practice good Dhamma, good karma, then this good karma will eventually lead you to become a monk, like the Buddha.
And the last question, Ajaan, I'm feeling it's hard to sense the breathing in and out at the tip of the nose in order that I can know and watch the breathing. Can Ajaan please teach me what to do? Thank you.
If you cannot watch your breath, then you can use the mantra instead, reciting Bhutto Bhutto.
That is all, Ka.
Okay. That is all the time we have for tonight. Thank you for your company. I hope you enjoyed this meeting and benefit from this meeting and can then use it to apply to help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, be mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye, Ajahn.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you,
Thank
Tanajan.
you.
That means good night, all.
Thank you so much for your time.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.